Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there. YouTube land, this is Moz coming to you with an episode of Toy Photography Talk. This is a quick little episode of some of the editing utilized in my Hulk versus Wolverine shot that I did earlier this week of August in 2024. So without further ado, let's get into this. It should be a pretty quick video. We're just going to show you how we did this effect and show you some of the stuff about how we did that. This is the photo that we took. So this is all in camera. And what we're going to do is we took a picture of this Hulk figure as well. I've already done my editing to this. I brought out his eyes a little bit, etc., etc. And we have the Wolverine. So we made it 2 layers here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this Hulk layer on top, and then we're going to hit the layer mask button. And then on my keyboard, I'm going to hit Control-I, which is going to invert the layer mask down here, which means that we're going to add whatever we're going to add. But right now, I want to disable that mask. What I want to do is change that opacity so I can get Hulk where I want him to be. So we're going to drag him over here, find a good spot to place him, and that's why we got the opacity the way we have it. And I would definitely want to get that eye in there, maybe turn it a little bit. Get that eye in there, get the mouth in there, some of the nose. Yeah, we're going to have that turn. We'll raise it a little bit so his jaw's not right there on the blade. And yeah, that should be good there. So now we're going to up that opacity back in there. 100%. We're going to re-enable that layer mask. So now that's right there. And we're going to add the mask. And when you click that, this turns white. And we're going to have our brush already selected over here. Make sure our opacity is really low. And what we're going to do is make this brush a little bigger, about the width of the blade. And we're going to do long strokes down the blade. That sounds weird and odd, but we're going to do that. Long strokes down the blade. And then we're going to focus more on this eye. All right, and then we're going to move over to the other blade. Same thing, long strokes. We're going to subtract from the mask now, and we're going to zoom in even more and clean up some of these strokes. And when I'm doing this here, now you see my brush is smaller. I'm actually not going to draw on this top edge because this top edge isn't going to really reflect the whole. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this plugin that I got called Oniric, right? It's a non-destructive plugin. What we're going to do is we're going to make a transparency. The channel is created, and we're going to click new. Now this is not a free software. This is a software that you actually have to pay for. And like by default, before you do anything, look what it does, okay? It's going to blow out a lot of this stuff. It's going to really accentuate a lot of the light because your threshold and stuff, we can bring that down. And it's going to bring that down a lot too. Your gamma ray, which is the amount of spill light all over the place. You can just play with that. But we're going to move these back up for now, play with the threshold. But what I want to do is go into mask. And we're going to get our brush here and start masking. I want to up this a little bit more. Start masking. We're at 38%. We're going to mask this in here, right on this. And we're going to do a couple passes on it because we want this to glow, right? We want a nice shine. We definitely want a nice shine there. And yeah, so this is all reflecting light. So we're going to really accentuate this glow. And you can check on it, which is great. We just hit, this check mark, and it's going to show us what it's doing here. And if you want, you can up that threshold and see it's already bringing that up there. And if you don't like how that glow's looking, like we got a little bit of spill over here, we can use the eraser tool and just make sure we clean up this a little bit, and then show your glow again. It's a little off, so what we want to do is bring this glow in more. I want this hotter. And we definitely want that hotter right there and up here. So since I have it at a low opacity here, we're going to just layer it by drawing over it a few times, right? So that way we just keep putting a layer and layer of the mask. So there we go. We got it a little bit better here. And what we're going to do is go down to glare. And that's going to make this glare effect. Now, of course, that's way too strong, so we want to bring down that glare opacity. Bring it down some more. But it's going to give a little bit of that, and we're going to go into FX, and we're going to blur it some more. And the frequency, I believe... No, that's... All right, we're going to go back to glare here. Length, we want to bring that down more. I don't want that spilling out so much. And the rotation, we're going to play with the rotation and get that a little less. So the rotation is going to make it either spill this way or turn the glare a bit. I want to turn that opacity down some more on that glare. It's a little hot. And we can also go back up here and play with the core opacity a little bit. Just, play with these settings until you get what you want. You can just sit there and nudge it. There you go. That's a little better. I'm going to edit this because I want this one even hotter. And then I'm going to edit this one more time and make this brush wider. And let's see what that does. Yeah, that's going to be hot like that. Yeah, just like that. So you can sit here and say I want to bring this down. I can erase a little bit of this and make that a little less hot there. Even some more. Oops. Eraser tool. Just get that off of his face there. Now, you can also play with the gamma. What that's going to do is spread this throughout the scene. So if I go like this, and raise it all the way up, you'll see there's a lot of, you get a lot of that white throughout the whole scene. It almost blows it out. So, you got these things here you can do. And then when you're done, you just go down to the bottom of this menu, which is right here, and you can go save. If you want, you can also go to color. There's no reason to do it, but you can change the color of it, which is cool. But we're not going to do that. We're going to turn off that color. And we're going to go to save. So this software, this plugin is really good for lightsabers. So we're going to save that, and that's how we got the Hulk in there. It's very important that you do the inverted layer mask. That's really going to help you draw that in there instead of trying to take away and find your lines. It's really going to help you draw that in there. And I really would recommend like a Wacom tablet or something that helps you draw even better too. But you can use a mouse. I'm using a tablet. This takes a minute to save this, but you got to make sure you save it here first. And then it closes that non-destructive layer that we had, and it puts it on here. So now we have this layer here, and can save that. And if you want, you can go in there and even up this. We can add a new one. So what we'll do is we'll go to new. So it's going to add a whole nother layer. And as you see, it's going to be like before, but it's going to have those changes on there where this is already glowy. And we're going to go to the mask. And we're going to just kind of throw in a little bit of glow on these whites here. All right. Let's see what happens here. All right, so you see there's not a lot of change, but if we go up here and we play the threshold, that means it's going to look for more white in there, and boom, there you go. Nice glow. You can play with that range a little bit. And you can even play with the exposure, bring that down a little bit. That should soften it a little bit. Yeah. So it just pops that white out there, really nice, and it's really good to do. And you could do that with the teeth, etc. You could even at this point, so without even affecting your claws, we can go in there. Let's say we want Wolverine with red eyes, right? Where'd the color go? There we go. Let's change his eyes to red. Yeah, look at that. Boom. And of course, we're going to edit this mask a little bit, give it a little bit more oomph. And then it's still already set to red. So you see there, but yeah, this one's got a little bit more orange in it for whatever reason. Probably just the angle, I'm just going to really blow that out with the, see what that does. All right, that's looking kind of cool, man, but we want to bring that gamma down, see how that a lot of that spill over there, so we're going to bring some of that gamma down. Boom, just stuff like that. You can play with it. We're not going to save that. But that's just the gist of it. I mean, this Oniric really helped it on the effect that I did. This is how mine came out. This is my actual published shot. And as you see, this is the Oniric here. And, I took more time and brought the Hulk in, got him even more punchier, just really play with that. But, if you take your time, you can get that part. But this is just a basic, run through. Even though we've gone through all that, since we've made a non-destructive layer, we can even go back to this and we can bring out more of him. So we can, it's already on white, so we can bring this up and we could really punch him up more, even play with his blend mode. See how it's punching it out even more? I'm just kind of coloring it in because I'm using like a pen. But you got to make sure, and you could go through and just change your opacity really high, but I would not recommend doing that because it will just really look off. We're going to subtract this a little bit here because I don't want all that. And if you want, you can still go in here and edit this, so we can go to adjustments and we can add a curves layer to that. And I'm just pulling it down here, but we have to go back to layers and make sure we hold down the Alt key, and that's going to clip it to just this, and then we can go back in there and really punch that out. See? So there you go. That's just the gist of it. Again, real quick, rudimentary way to do that, and of course, glows and glares and stuff. That's using the Oniric plugin. It's from Composite Nation. I just recently got this plugin. I'm really digging it for those kind of things, and it works great for lightsabers. So without any more blabbering, hopefully it's not too late, we're going to go ahead and end this. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're already subscribed. And every Tuesday, we have Toy Photography Talk, where a panel of us look at your submitted work and we critique it. We go over it. So if you're a budding toy photographer, please, if you want to submit work in the future, all you have to do is tag your photo when you go to post it with Toy Photography Talk, just like down here at the bottom. So just all you have to do is do that. Now, we are about a couple months behind. For most intensive purposes, we don't skip photos. We at least hit everybody twice. So every show is full of information. So I hope you guys check us out. And I'll try to do more videos like this. But with that being said, let me get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away,